Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel and come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but the text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, and let's get started. And Artemis is going to lead us off today. Ooh, and she was
Wow.
waiting. All right, tell us about this.
Well, this had to be shared first. I mean, the image caught my attention and the topic captivated me. This is really what we need right now from the ladies of Hive. It's a challenge. So, if you could redesign the world in one small way, what would you change? And or what simple joy do you think the world needs more of? Perfect timing, ladies of Hive.
Yeah, that first one could be answered in 2 words, but I won't go there. All right. Rise to the challenge, folks. Alexander says she can't think of one word. I can think of two. Lucielle, you're next. As in, you're up. And I bet you she's getting your link. Maybe. You with us, Lucielle? There she is. All right. Tell us about this.
I'm actually at a noisy area, so I don't know if you can hear me. But
I
just
I
got
can hear you.
it's a post by our dear Princess Sayo. She hasn't been riding on high for some days now, so she decided to write to tell us what she has been up. So please go read her. It's a beautiful story. You can't miss it. Just go and read it. You can't miss it. So you will love the story. Just go and read it. Thank you.
Canada is on your.
Hello.
I heard you, Lucielle.
Okay, I thought no one had.
No, I heard you. I told you that
Okay,
when you
bye.
started. All right.
Okay, bye.
Canada is the middle finger? Who are we giving the middle finger to now?
No, the artist Marty's post, the picture, the hand on the left, on the middle finger, it says Canada. Isn't that typical?
Well, we are a middle power,
Uh-huh.
and we've been known to give certain places the middle finger.
I've never
I
been
know.
more proud.
Treasure, you are up. There she is.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Oh, that looks like quite an image.
So it was from Unsplash. I got it from Unsplash.
Nice.
So okay, so this post is a prompt from the eyeblenders. Yeah, is it eyeblenders? Yeah, eyeblenders. So they gave the like if you would go on a solo trip, what would you do? Like, what are the pros and the cons of that trip? So I give my answer in this post. So You guys should check it out. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, there could be good and bad in a solo trip. But you'd never have to argue with somebody where you were going. Kitty girl, you're up.
Well, this is a post that the animal lovers should appreciate. Raven Music has been raising money for animals on Hive for quite some time with her little Save a Paw charity through tokens and NFTs and music. And this is a really awesome step here. She has found music that is comforting to animals. She's determined some parameters that defines how she should create the music, and then she makes it. And whenever she has to leave her apartment for a while and her doggy is by itself, she can put this music on and it stays a lot more calm than it would otherwise. And I think it's just a really, really awesome thing. You can read her post and find out what those parameters are for the music she creates and give it a listen.
Nice. My niece and I were transporting a cat from my house to London, and we ended up trying out several kinds of music before the cat finally settled down and went to sleep. And she ended up sleeping to, he ended up sleeping to the sounds of classical music. That was an interesting little experiment.
Well, I've actually heard that some classical music is really appreciated by animals. I remember story about a girl on the internet who lived in a rural community on a farm, and she wanted to learn to play the violin. And the violin was so terrible sounding at first while she was really learning to press the strings and move the bow that she walked out of the house and was sitting out in the yard somewhere and practicing the violin, and she noticed the cows down in the pasture came up toward the fence. So she moved her chair further down. And as long as she was out there playing the violin, the cows were just so happy and peaceful. But I heard of somebody else doing something similar with a cello. I think it was a field of sheep. And then, and yeah, they'd come up to the fence and just listen. So, yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's the timbre of it. I notice Hobo reacting to some music that she hears. And of course, the main one she reacts to is bagpipes, and it's not comforting. She hates it
Oh,
when they
that's
play that.
funny.
I've realized that it's the pitch of them that hurt her ears. If I turn the volume down, she's okay. Alessandra, you're up.
Hi. Okay, I'm glad that I practiced with my links ahead of time because for whatever reason on Discord, the Ecency link is not really rendering the thumbnail image, which is like sad,
Oh,
especially on this post because this one comes to us. It was dropped into the today's posts um, on the Creative Work Hour Discord. So if someone is in one of our live sessions, we have a very special place where if they posted on Hive that particular day that they were also in live sessions with us, then that gives us a little extra incentive to want to pimp their post. So this one is Bitter Ironies, and he has been thinking about doing this post for a year, and it is about trading. And he was like, I always do my trades on a Tuesday so that I can know what's going to happen with them and clear them out by Friday. And then I'm not worrying about what the markets are going to do over the weekend. So he talks about the three elements of doing the kind of trade that he has learned to do over the last 25 years. And part of doing his new hashtag, Trading Tuesday, is that he'll talk about that. And part of it is that he will always be wearing a t-shirt with Nisa Boo on it. And her hive tag is Screaming Kitten because that's what she does. She is a screamer. And it's not just that she's this little sweet, I mean, that really is a picture of her. And he used ChatGPT to with an image of him and with her and described what he wanted as a trading background, and this is what he came up with, and he was like, "Can you believe I got this on the first try?" So, yeah, and it was very interesting. Our Shani Beer read and replied to his post, and she's like, "You, I don't know what this is, this trading thing." So he's learning how to write about training, about trading to people who may or may not be traders. So I think this is like, I'm so proud of him because he's always things that are precious to him. He's very shy to post anything about them. So I love this that he's got Screaming Kitten, he's got his trading, and he's giving himself a go at learning how to write about a complex thing to people who may not be traders. So yay, bitter irony, you go. Woohoo!
Screaming Kitten. I'm surprised you didn't go for Screaming Dragon.
Oh, it's never too late.
The, on, the only thing that is wrong in this AI picture is that he's using the mouse on top of his keyboard.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't catch that.
Well, he could always say that it's a keyboard looking mouse pad.
Sure.
So he's the screaming cat of Wall Street, is he?
Yeah,
There we
there you
go.
go.
All right, Mick, you're up.
Yes. All right. Yeah, it doesn't post today. Funny. Really, I didn't have the problem at all week. Only with PYPT pictures that didn't show. Funny. Anyway, um, well, now you have to click to see it anyway. Ah, it's about my bulb flowers on the balcony that I planted last year around October, November, I think it was. And finally, spring has arrived on the balcony.
And brought out the daffodils.
Yes, the tete-a-tetes.
I recently wrote about daffodils. And Alexander won the 1 HBI.
Ooh,
Wait, what? Really?
You did. You know,
I'm
it's amazing
so
what happens
excited.
when you enter.
I usually snooze. If you snooze, you lose.
All right. And Artemis, you are up.
This is so pretty. I love this image. And of course, driftwood. Everybody loves driftwood. But it's really true, though, when you look at it. It totally transforms. The water transforms everything.
That it does. So the NFT for this month was one of the other images that was generated while generating this one.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, this one come up at the top and I thought there's others I like, but then I looked at the write up and I went, okay, we're going to use this one.
I love all the layers in the background. It reminds me of some of the art installations that they spray paint on the walls downtown. And you can tell they do it with stencils, but in different levels or different layers.
Uh-huh.
This is gorgeous.
So Alexander took a shot at this yesterday morning in practice not perfect. Creative work hour. She went for the background instead of the foreground.
That'd
Didn't
be
you,
easy to
Alessandra?
do.
I did. Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of funny sometimes when they're trying to guess in creative work hour the areas of the image that'll be centered in on.
That's fun.
Yes, Wes is lurking. Luchelle, you are up. Ooh, Luchelle is into shoes today. What are you going to tell
I
us
love
about these
shoes.
shoes?
I I love shoes. I love shoes. So it's my response to the weekend experiences prompt to tell us about something that we no longer have at the moment, but has brought beautiful memories to us. That whenever we remember it, we put up a smile. So that's actually what I shared about a particular shoe that I got from a thrift store. So that's basically what I wrote about. So please go read the post and know the type of shoe I'm talking about. Thank you.
I love this line. Give me a pair of stilettos and I'll make the streets my runway.
Oh yeah, I love stilettos. Like I love stilettos. I remember somebody telling me, "Come, why didn't you even sign up to be a model?" I said, "Sign up model, okay? I beg you. Who will give me the connection?"
All right. Thank you, Luchelle. And Alessandra, you are up.
I got distracted. I have to give up my turn and come back.
Okie dokie. Kelvin, you are up. Kelvin. Hopefully he's getting his link. I see him typing. There we go. All right.
Okay.
Tell us about this.
So
I'm hearing sound, but I'm not yet hearing your words.
it's, can you hear me now?
You're a little bit tinny, but give it a try. Oh, got silence now.
What about now? What
Try
about
it.
now?
Try it now.
Can you hear me now?
Try it now.
Coming. How about now?
Go ahead. Try it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Try it. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. So first of all, the picture is quite an interesting one because it was taken unawares. I was on stage, and when I was thinking about the topic, it just made me okay. I think in the act, I tried and failed something, so it just related very well with the post, and I decided to use it. And for the post, it's for the weekend engagement community. I put it on last week Saturday. Talked about a time in my life where I really, really tried to do something I can do very well now, but then I failed woefully at it. It was a big experience for me and a big lesson for me. So you can just read about it and get to know it.
All right. So Kelvin got his design eyes open. And if you want to find out how, go read the post. Thank you, Kelvin. Speaking of design eyes, hello, Sandra. Are you ready? You're up.
Yes, ma'am, I am ready. All right. So things move really, really quickly around
Yeah, I do.
here these days. And we have just put the finishing ribbons on our collaboration between Creative Work Hour and Ladies of Hive. I have met some amazing, amazing authors over the course of the month, and it was lovely to get to spend more time with Kitty Girl as we like worked this project together. So thank you, Kitty Girl, for just like hopping in there and I think how we described it is that we were building the plane as we were flying it, and for me the collaboration just really exceeded any expectations I could have ever had. So thank you, Kitty Girl, and thank you for all the authors that you introduced me to. This is one of my favorites. This is Lady Truck View, and this particular, she writes so well, and she writes to both a Polish audience and an English speaking audience. And in this post, she is really tackling the difficulty of work life balance. She's also tackling the difficulty of work life balance. She's been as a truck driver, she's been doing international work as a truck driver. And, that's not just driving the vehicle, that's like loading the business and all the stuff, like a team's worth of work she does. And also at the same time, she's been working a corporate job. And she talks about, like when you're trying to put into text a complicated situation, she does a beautiful job. So I invite you to read this post and show her some love. And I hope if you have a chance that you can follow her, maybe even add her to your favorites, because she just is a true leader in the Ladies of Hive community, and it is an honor to get to read her work. So there you go.
So she's working a corporate job and she's trucking on the side.
Yeah, and even doing international routes.
Wow.
And there's apparently a trucker shortage, so that left open an opportunity of something that had kind of died down. She writes about that, and then she writes about what was happening on the corporate side of things. So how she managed to like walk and chew gum at the same time, I'm so impressed by her.
Yeah, that'd take some juggling to do both of those because they're not
Mhm.
exactly light jobs.
Neither one of them, and she is just as cute as she could be.
Interesting. We never really know what's going to happen in different people's lives, do we? But then they share, and we find out. And Mick won the 3 HBI. And Artemis, you are up.
I guess it helps if I unmute. Hello again.
Yeah.
So this morning I got up and I went, oh, it's Thursday, new Hudson and Rex. And I had to watch it. So this is what my brain started doing when I started watching it, because I also have things that I need to do. And let's just say my brain went into overdrive. So it's just kind of a peek into a neurospicy brain. And a few tools, if you experience anything like it, a few tools to help you figure it out. But take it with a grain of salt, because I'd like to point out that I was sitting writing a post while I was figuring out what I should have been doing.
And for those who are wondering, Hudson and Rex is a series, Canadian series that gets filmed in Newfoundland. Takes place in Newfoundland as well.
Yeah, I've downloaded it a couple of times.
Yeah, what season's it in, Artemis?
Oh, geez. 12 or I don't know, a lot. It's in season a lot.
It's in season a lot. That's quite a line.
But
8.
the Rex series starts originally from a German TV show.
Yeah?
But I don't speak German because I love this show. I'd probably like that one too.
I will look it up for you, the old version.
Yeah, you're probably right, PH.
Definitely not the same dog. In fact, this is not the same dog that this series started with either.
Or the
They
same Hudson.
nor the same Hudson. Although they don't call it Hudson anymore. They've just the the um the detective is a different name now.
Actually, no, his last name's Hudson.
You sure?
Yeah, he's a relative because I thought they were going to change the name of it. And I thought, well, he's not even a Hudson. And then I heard someone say Detective Hudson. And I went, oh, okay then.
Oh, okay. His first name is Mark.
Yeah, I think. I know
No, actually,
Rex.
the dog is Rex and the detective is Hudson. Although the dog's a pretty good detective.
He's a great detective.
So the original dog in the series actually passed away last year, and the one that is there now is actually one of his offspring or his brother or something. They're family, anyways. You can't really tell the difference if you hadn't been following the series and the news behind the series. You wouldn't even know that the dogs had changed.
No, you wouldn't really.
So, Luchelle, you are up. Well, they don't have to get into Hollywood for that show because that's not where it's filmed. We would never talk smack about West. Silly guy. All right, Luchelle, tell us about cinnamon raisin bread. Who doesn't like raisin bread?
Well, I've not eaten one before, and I looked up the recipe, and it looks it's something I can make.
So those kind of
Actually, I said enough.
look like buns. I think of bread like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, she did. She made it like a dough nut, a dough. Don't know, like a round. Then
Mm-hmm.
put in the raisins on top of it before putting it into the oven. So I think that's why it turned out to give that shape.
So there's two things I usually get around Easter time. Well, three things. One of them is a loaf of raisin bread, and the other is hot cross buns, which of course usually have raisins in.
So that if you love bread, especially raisin bread, maybe you should check the recipe and see if it's something you can do. I saw it and I loved the bread. The picture, everything about the post is captivating. So I thought to share it.
So the good bread makers in our family is Artemis and our dad.
Is that means your sister?
Pardon?
Is that the good bread makers in your family is Artemis and your dad? And I asked, is Artemis your sister?
She is. You didn't know that?
Wow. No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, we are sisters. I thought everybody knew that.
Uh, I said to myself, now I know.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Yes, Artemis just said, I am the older sister, and I am, indeed. See, I was kind enough not to say, yeah, Artemis is my baby sister. Well, Meg picked up. We're both the better sisters. Artemis's daughter Megan actually learned bread making from her grandfather and his recipe. Kitty girl, you are up.
Well, we have a lot of projects on Hive that are pretty big in scope, like Keychain and Peak D and Essency and whatever, that they have to write proposals and they get quite a bit of funds from the DHF to fund their proposals. And this guy was saying he likes to code and he says, well, we can build stuff for Hive that's smaller too. We don't have to only have big projects. And so, kind of as a proof of concept of that, plus the fact that he just loves coding, he decided to create a bunch of little tiny projects for Hive without it writing a proposal and relying on the DHF. And he has actually launched several so far. Some of them are of interest only to developers, but some of them anybody can use. Like he created a battleship game for Hive. He created a Uno like game for Hive and a prediction market for Hive and a lotto drawing for Hive. And this is just a list of. This post is too old to upvote, but it's a good listing of some of the stuff he's created. And if you follow him, you will find new stuff that he's planning to launch. And I think it's really quite interesting. I poked around with a couple of his dApps and found them quite interesting. I think there's a lot of potential here. And so, yeah, if you like to play Uno or Battleship, or you like to wager on different predictive markets and whatnot, he's got some stuff here that you might be interested in.
Yeah, Artemis, did you see the Hive Woo payments Woo?
That's pretty darn cool. That's amazing.
That one's interesting. All right. Trust Kitty Girl to find one like that. Thank you, Kitty. And Mick, you are up.
Am I now?
You are.
And now I have to find the right Discord channel again. In between somewhere. Ah, there it is. That's the problem if you got 50 of them open.
Well, while you were at it, you also won the 5 HBI.
Oh, why?
While you won the 3, you
Well,
won the 5.
jumping. Okay. Since Kitty was mentioning the games, I thought I'd post another one who's also working with games, and it's the called Beat Root Soup folks. They also created the Hive Battleship game, or it is the same. I'm not sure, but
Test them out, see if they're different.
yeah. But you're always the last one, so I can post this one.
Well, he tries to be last. Sometimes people slip in ahead of him or behind him. This is neat that people are doing smaller projects and more variety. So many of us are embers waiting for something to give us a little puff. Very true, Wes. All right.
I will talk slower for Wes.
Well, I thought one
Artemis.
thing Mark said not long ago in the chat was interesting, that we need more fun things on Hive. And I think Marky was right about that. And so he created this thing called Hive Hot or Not that pulls up two people at random off of the blockchain, and you can vote, for person A or person B, whichever one you think is is hotter as far as their posts go and whatnot, And I thought that was so fun. Yeah. So Marky says we need more fun things on Hive, and I love seeing things like the Battleship game and stuff come up.
Yep.
I think it's a great way to keep Hive interesting and keep Hive afloat.
Somebody may have to start a directory of all the fun things on Hive. They keep it up. That's the
Well, we
big.
do have directories for games, but it'd be interesting to have a mindless fun category as well.
Well, Shadow, since you're always complaining that you have nothing to do, I think go ahead.
Right. If you ever hear me complaining I have nothing to do, check and see if my pulse is still working.
We learned
Will
early
do.
in life if we told our mother we were bored, she found a lot of work for us to do very quickly.
Yeah, we always found something to do on our own. But you know, Artemis, we may have to do some playing when I build the hive section in Ripley.
Yes.
Maybe we can embed some of those into the into rooms, and people can come in and hang out and play them.
Cool.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Like some old arcade machines.
Something like that.
Love that.
We'll have to see what we
Let's
can
do it.
do. We're still kind of learning the platform and how to build stuff. Artemis is catching on really quick. She's going to be teaching Big Sister.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, that Otterman, she wicked smart.
Thanks. Thanks for the flowers.
And you're up, Artemis.
Haha. Speaking of wicked smart, here's Shadows. Another daily echo from Shadows. This one is Brimstone. Actually, this is a really good one. Not all fires consume. It kind of reminds you of that, when a wildfire goes through an area, that within a few years it's a very fertile, beautiful site. But the day after the fire, oh my goodness.
This is true.
And look at that image again.
We had a lot of fun with this one during creative work hour. I think was this one published yesterday, or it was published by yesterday, wasn't it,
Yeah, it
Shadows?
was published by
And and
yesterday. Yes.
and bitter irony was the one in the live session who guessed the word, and he had so much fun with it.
Well, the reason he guessed it was that I made the comment about some people hear this from the pulpit. The minute I said it, he had the word.
Yep, he knew it.
Yeah.
He knew it. With a well-timed hint is everything.
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I just kind of play with the word and let you figure out I'm playing with it. Speaking of which, Alessandra, you're up, Buttercup.
Little plane to the back of the room there, Shadows. Yeah. All right. So we have supported so many different kinds of projects from Creative Work Hour, so many different kinds of hashtags. So we decided to cook one up ourselves. And it was because I've been having some real struggles with getting the front ends to work, or getting the integrations to work for doing posts for Wednesday walks. And so I'm like, you know what? I want to have an alternative to Wednesday walks. Um, just because there's 3 Tune Tuesday doesn't mean you can't do something on a Tuesday. Just because there's as and we love it. Pimp Your Post Thursday doesn't mean we couldn't have a hashtag for a Thursday. So I'm like, we will start a hashtag for a Wednesday called the WIP, the WIP Wednesday, the Works in Progress Wednesday. So the whole idea is that anything that you're working on is a project. Could be any kind of a project. Could be Hive or not Hive. Okay. If you've started it but not finished it, take an image of whatever that is. So if it's on your computer, take a screenshot. If it's in the real world, take an image of it that way. And we invite you to come to our Co-working for Hive, the CWH Discord. I'll put the invitation up when it's somebody else's turn to speak because I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So I'll put it up in a minute. But yeah, so if you put your image in our Discord in the channel that's for works in progress, we will feature your project, whatever it happens to be. We'll feature it in a Wednesday works in project works in progress Wednesday in the Creative Work Hour Daily News. So there we are. This is the very first one, and yeah, you'll see my enormously long calendar that needs to have some of the dates filled in from my little portable diary. And then I'm going to keep it. Devin had this great idea. Bitter irony. He had this great idea. He was like, don't erase it or get rid of it, even though it's like an already dated calendar. Like, it somewhere that was you accomplished so much last year for Hive and for Creative Work Hour and for yourself. Find a spot in the apartment where you can hang that because it makes you feel good. Don't put it away. I thought that was a great idea.
It
So
was.
out of that came this new hashtag. So we invite you to join us with this, and I will feature your project. Yeah, there we go. The end.
PH says he has a long list of started but not finished things. Don't we all?
Bring him on. I'll get the invitation for you.
There we go.
And now he has a new project making that list.
Yep.
And sometimes we have a project that's never finished because we're perfectionists.
Mm-hmm. So
But nobody in this room.
no, 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 no. I showed somebody behind the scenes last week of creating an echo, and she started writing down a list of the steps that I was showing her. And I realized I didn't actually show her all the steps. So out of that came another project that I need to do, is to actually make a proper detailed list of all the steps that I do in order to create an echo. She got to 30. I'll see how many actually end up being in the list. And Luchelle, you are up. And hopefully she's getting the link. Yep, I see her typing. Ooh, that's a nice picture. Aha! Comes from somebody we know. Tell us about this, Luchelle.
Of course, it's somebody we know. Okay, I'm recently enjoying PH stories, especially this one about his walk with the family yesterday. It's a beautiful story. You need to read and find out so many beautiful pictures, landscape, flowers, and was that there was something he kept and something I want you to see. So please go read the post. Something I want you to see. Just just rush now. Click the link and read the post. When you see that, then come back and ask me. I will check if you got it. It's a guess work. So bye.
You cast quite a shadow there, PH. Oh, Mick had a roll going, and only Alexander stopped him from getting them all because he got the NFT as well.
I did?
Nope. Stress Killer got the NFT.
Oh, I mean,
Huh?
yay!
You
Congratulations,
won
sweetheart.
you won the first one, so it stopped him from a complete sweep.
Oh, okay. I thwart you, Mick.
Don't make me fly over.
Fly over where?
or something.
You're gonna have to figure out where she is first.
Probably Leeds.
Possibly at the moment, but you never know next week.
Yeah.
And Artemis, you are up.
And this is a post that I actually wrote. It's the second part of the Lavender Vest saga. When I'm knitting, my thoughts go all over the place. And I gave a workshop last week, and I decided to put my money where my mouth is, and I've designed a whole entire garment using with the help of ChatGPT. So this was kind of my thoughts as I went along.
Hmm. So are we gonna see this work in progress as you work?
As I go, the past few days I haven't really worked on it. I've been busy working on some digital projects, but it's sitting on my chair, and every time I have a minute to sit and knit, I pick it up.
My hands are doing a basic stocking it stitch while my brain hosts a board meeting. There you go.
I know what it feels like.
Well, Alessandra just asked a question about frogging, which I was thinking about asking the same thing. If I understand correctly, just from the context of your post, frogging is when you realize you've made a mistake and you pull out some of the rows that you've done so that you can redo them. Is that correct?
That's you, Artemis, is coming from your title. You might want to turn your mic on. Uh-oh. Did she hit a technical difficulty? Artemis!
I can't believe the smart Alex in the room haven't done anything with that.
So far. Are you with us, Artemis? Aha! I saw the mic activate. Artemis?
Can you hear me now?
There, you're back. What happened?
My internet connection just dropped. So I came in here
Oh.
on my phone because I thought it might happen. So I switched to data.
Ah. So the question was, what is frogging?
Well, I'm not really sure how the word frogging came to be, but it's when you pull out, like when you rip out all your stitches or you rip it back a few rows. The only thing I can figure is it's quite a leap when you decide, oh, I'm going to pull this out and fix that little mistake. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
So Kitty Girl did guess it correctly. And you haven't asked Bob?
Wow. No, I have not.
Not much slips past Bob occasionally.
That's true.
All right. Have you set the date for your next workshop?
I have not. It's going to be on a monthly basis.
Good plan. And it will be a little bit different each time, as I understood our conversation.
Yes, each time's going to be different.
So you can never get the same thing over and over again. And Seki, you are up. That would be usually what happens when I say you are up.
Hello guys, it's been a while. How are we doing?
All right, and you?
I'm calm. So as pretty much standard for all my Thursday PYPT, we have our Three Tunes Tuesday posts, which I think apart from the debugs that I've done this week, Three Tunes Tuesday. I don't know, can you guys see the link? Or has the link sent yet? Because I'm not seeing the pop-up for the
Not
picture.
it didn't show.
Hello?
What are you beating up in the background? Hello?
I'm not beating up anything. It's a door that is opening and closing. Hello, can you hear
Oh,
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear lots of you.
Okay, so it's I don't know why the music didn't show rather, or the picture rather didn't show, but it's just how will I put it. It was just talking about my day on Tuesday, then bringing three tunes as is the standard for three tunes Tuesday. So these are offline tunes and not really my type of music, just sourced from different places, different space. But it's really nice to listen to. So I guess you just go give it a read and a listen, then tell me how you feel about it. That's all. Thanks.
All right. So now that Seki's here, there's probably a really good time to mention the fact that starting next week, well, actually starting Saturday night, the time is changing. I know some of you people are going, "What's this time change thing? We never do that." But in my part of the world, they change time in the spring and the fall. And the spring is a spring forward. So whatever time you came in today, it's going to be out by an hour next week. All right. And I will try to remember to remind you all of that when I do the post. And Mick, you're up.
Yay! Well, our time changes on March 29th. So,
Yeah. So there'll be another one for you later.
yeah. Anyway, there was a photo contest, still is going on, I think, from the curator team about night sky. And this is my contribution of the night sky photography.
Very nice. Nothing like the full moon close up. You got some you got some variety in there even though they were all the moon. Pretty
Yes,
cool.
I used different lenses and different ways to develop them.
Nice. All
I
right.
have something to say about this photograph, if I may.
Okay.
Um, Mick had actually posted this in a Discord post promo channel yesterday, and somebody else had come in and posted another post below it and another post below it. It made his name and the link to the post scroll off the screen so that when I went into the Discord channel, all I saw was just that picture. And I instantly knew, ooh, that's a stress killer picture. And I scrolled back, and sure enough, it was. So I just wanted Mick to know that he has definitely got a distinctive style when it comes to photography. People can recognize his work even before they see his name.
Either that or Mick is just infamous now.
Yeah, I know it's bad.
All right. And PH, you are up with the OG emoji.
Emoji emoji. Hello. Uh, this is just another post, but with a similar um, small game stuff. It's a very nice example how people without development, without developer experience, can create these kind of things, and it just moves a bit that importance of idea on top of the ladder, which is great. And I would just like to see maybe some of these tutorials how to do these kind of things and to show even more to broader community how they can actually create and develop the idea into something like this, some small game or some tool or something like similar. So, but it's very encouraging to see this kind of things on Hive. I like the one that Kitty Girl shared and Stress Killer, and I really have some nice high hopes for Hive because foundation is great, and we just need these ideas to come on top of it. Check out that one. It's just a small rock paper scissors games, which is very interesting always to play.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to give these as much sharing as possible. Give them a chance to develop a following. The entire app was vibe coded using the Build More Architect Dreams AI driven agile development workflow. Yeah, there's lots of utilities around now that you could try to develop your own stuff with. All right. Thank you, PH. Anybody else got anything they want to share today? Schnook, you been doing any writing?
No, I'm just trying to survive.
Maybe you should write about survival.
It's so good
I,
to see you, Snook.
thank you. I got pictures everywhere and stories to go with them, but yeah,
Good.
uh, uh yeah,
Good way to
it's been
focus
a
the
little
brain.
rough here.
Good way to focus the brain and take some time out for yourself. Whoa! PH has got two to share. Whoa! Go
Ooh.
go for it.
I will beat myself. Nobody wanted to beat me, so I have to beat myself.
I would have been
Oh,
last, but I went again.
Let's just share another thing, just because Stresscolor shared the previous post of the Cold Beetroot Soup guys, and actually they did a step forward and they created another game similar to the first one, and in the end they made like a small hub of these arcade games from the past. So I hope that they will continue with adding additional games for that. You have the link at the end of the post, I think, so you can check it out how it looks. The Hivecade website where you can find at the moment 4 games, but they will probably add more of them.
That's a riff on Space Invaders. I remember that game. I used to play it occasionally.
Yep, one of my favorites.
Yeah. God, we really thought we were doing something when we played that game. And now we look at it and go, geez, that was nice. That was a real retro type game.
oh, yeah. Pew 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 pew.
How things have developed.
I was never good at those games.
Oh, you didn't really give a damn whether you were good or not. You're just having fun trying to do it.
Uh,
All right. You've been listening to Shadows Pub host Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. Oh, bye, Wilma.
Bye, Mama.